I have this logo that I made for a friend, and he wanted to see a bunch of different materials on it. So I hadn't done the UVs yet because I didn't need them, but now that I'm putting materials on, I need to do the UVs so that we can add materials without seams and so that the materials come out right. So if you take a look right here, I'm going to highlight everything, go to UV editor, and here's what we have so far. These are like the UVs that come with the shapes, and they're not going to work for us at all. For example, if I right click, assign favorite material, and then I put a checkerboard on them, it's all out of whack because the shapes just, they're not right. So we're going to fix that. First, I'm going to select everything again, go back to that UV editor, right click, UV shell, select everything, delete all of them. And then we're going to right click, object mode, select everything again, UV planar. And that will start us off. See, it'll look like this in the UV editor, but this is not what we want. We're going to start cutting seams. So I'm going to render this from the front. So you're not going to see the seams if they're on the edges here. So that's where I'm going to cut them for now. I'm going to unsmooth all of this so I can see. I think it'll be okay if I cut them here, but I'm going to do some testing. So if I have this little UV tool kit that opens up when I open up the UV editor, and I go down to cut and sew and cut, and then I'm going to cut along this. I kind of just want to see how this comes out. No. Control if you want to unselect, shift to select. This is me just being sloppy. I don't even know. Super sloppy. I'm checking on my cutting here because it looks like I weirdly selected that. Okay, good. Sorry, y'all. Okay, now we can cut. Okay, now quickly I'm going to unfold this just to see what it looks like. So I'm going to go back to everything. I'm going to right click, UV select it all. I just want to unfold. So we're going to unfold just that little part there. Also, I'm probably going to want to go to modify layout, get it all in there within the, okay. Let me smooth it out, see what that seam looks like. Actually, I think that seam looks good for what I need. So that's fine. Cool. Okay, so we're going to keep on cutting, cut away. So back to our UV editor. As you can see, this is what I just cut. Here's these little tubes. You can see if you put your mouse over any of these, it'll highlight in the viewport what you're looking at. So, all right, let's work on this one. Edge, I'm gonna make it 1 again. 1, and then if I shift select, I can get 2 edged loops in one go. Then I'm going to cut. Got to do that inside too. I'm going to make it, you know what? I just realized something great. I can just cut this, I think. Cut. All right, let's see how that goes. However, I do have to, I'm going to go to object mode. I'm going to single this out. I do need to cut it here. So edge, cut, and then the other end. Cut. Okay. Now I'm getting on my UV shell. I'm going to unfold. Okay, how does that look? Let me see. Now if I go to face. Right click on face. I can see what face I'm looking at. F will take me there. Yeah, that looks about right. Just thinking about how this is being warped a bit and if I need to. I'm going to put seams on all the edges, I think, that I want, because for this, it makes sense, and I'm going to get the cleanest UVs that way. So I'm just shift clicking all the edges of this, essentially this box, and then I'm going to cut them. UV shell, select it all, unfold. We have some wacky stuff going on with these. But I think that's all right. Now I'm gonna go back to my whole thingamabobber. Now we can see what looks wrong, needs its UVs. So I'm gonna grab that now. I'm gonna single it out. I'm gonna cut all these edges. Bada bing, bada boom. Oops. Sometimes it's hard for me to choose which edge, as you can tell. I'm gonna go with these ones. Really doesn't matter, like I said, I'm going for a front view, but oh, and I'm gonna unselect these crosshairs, even though you're not gonna see them, just because I'm gonna add all of this. It's kind of like meditative. And then we're gonna cut. We're gonna unfold that. Voila. Ooh, and you can see here something's amiss. So let me grab an edge and find where that is. Ooh. Ah, it's because I didn't cut this one edge. So let's grab it, cut it, re-unfold it. That's a bit better, but not perfect. Also, I want to see what's going on with this little guy. That's fine. Okay, so it's just this now. I have a feeling it's a similar situation. Oh. F in the viewport. Oh, here we are. We need to cut that. Cut. All right. Unfold. There we go. Modify, layout. Just getting them in there. Okay, so now see our whole thing again. Got a couple done. We still have some more to go. Quickly though, I want to say if you guys are getting very weird results when you unfold, it could be an issue with the plugin manager. So if you go into settings, preferences, plugin manager, there's an unfold plugin that's like related to unfolding. Here it is. And if it's not loaded, when you unfold, it's not gonna be right. And it happened to me and it drove me crazy. So just make sure you check that, especially if you're having issues. Yep, hot tip. Okay. I've noticed that like 9 out of 10 times when I have an issue with Maya, it's a plugin manager issue. And now that I know that, I feel way better when I have to solve something. So just go right in there and try to figure it out. All right, let's see if that was everything. Cut, right click, unfold. We have everything selected. So you guys you definitely won't have the same model that I'm doing, but anything that you have, you basically follow the same rules for UVs. You're always going to have lines where the UVs intersect, but you want to be strategic about where you put them. So like, since I'm taking the shot from here, it's not going to be bad to have lines, the UVs cut there. Although maybe it'll look better to have them cut. Maybe we can just see what it looks like to have them cut another way. So quickly, before I, oopsies, I need to UV it again. I deleted all of the UVs, so planar, and then edge. Let's see what happens if I cut them here and like how that looks. Object, back to edge, so edgy. Okay, cut, and unfold. Let's see, do you guys think this looks better? Well, the size I guess all off. Modify layout. Okay, object. See, for my purpose, this is actually way worse because I'm doing it from the front and now you can see the seam from the front. So let's do a massive backtrack, see if we can. Yay. Nope, not yay. Don't fail me now, history. There we go, back to what we were. So yeah, that's the testing situation, and I like it. I like it like this. So here we go. Let's grab another one. We didn't do this one. You can see it's got those long stripes that you shouldn't have. And then I think all we have to do is the little circles, and that'll be easy. And oh, and this one, 2 long stripes left. Okay. So single it out with this solo button. Let's give it a little cut. I like the inside loops. Oop. What did I do up there? Okay. Doesn't matter really where I cut it here actually, but because I think the edges are all hidden. That's okay. Not this edge though. Swoop around. Oh, what did I have no idea what I just got. Okay. Get in there. All right, let's cut. Back to our shell to unfold. I'm gonna lay it out. Okay, not gonna solo it anymore. Sorry that this is taking up all of the screen here. What are we doing? Okay, sometimes we just get in the zone. Okay, object. Edge, not object, edge. Now see if I don't go back to object and then solo it, it'll only show me what I have selected if it's edges, not object, edge. Okay, cut, UV shell, unfold, layout, modify. Oh, that's fine too. Layout along is actually great. It's actually really great. So that's just as good. Okay, cool. So All right, let's take a peek here. What do we got? We looking good. Let's get all those little circles. So these are super easy. I just need to cut along these edges here. So doodle-doo, doodle-doo. I'm gonna just select them all. Am I? Yes, I am. Okay, there we go. Bottom two. How about you? Oh, yes. We also want to select one down the middle, a seam line. For now, I'm just going to cut these because I'm here. And I'm going to object mode and solo. This is going to help because otherwise we're going to have a non-flat circle situation going on. So we need to cut it so that it lays out flat like clothing. Okay, now we got to cut this one. How do you guys like Maya? Do you like Maya? Are you Blender people or are you just Maya lovers? I personally, I like Blender, but I started with Maya, so it's my like native software. So I have to say I'm partial to Maya. Cut. I think there are always like pros and cons to whichever software you're using. I found that I really liked the render capabilities of Cinema 4D. I also really like the interface of Cinema 4D, but animation-wise, Maya. Okay, cut. I didn't mean to put the seam at the bottom, but that's okay. I was going to put it at the top. No problem. Now I'm going to select everything again. Object mode, select everything again. Now I'm going to select everything again. UV shell, select everything again in the UV editor, unfold, and then back to, let's try layout along again. What's that going to do for us? No, let's just do layout. Modify layout. Okay. So here we are. Let's smooth it. Object. Cool, cool. Okay. Not bad. Okay, so I'm going to file, save. Now I'm going to show you how to texture it quickly in Substance and bring those textures in and apply them very quickly in Maya. So file, export selection, which we don't have a selection. File, export selection. Take it here. I'm going to put it under assets. I'm just going to call it UV logo. Okay. And now we're going to go into Substance. This is the old one I was working on that didn't have the textures. So file, new. We're going to just go straight to the file and we're going to take in UV logo. Okay. Discard, don't need it. Okay, here's our logo. I went to materials. I really love the built-in materials in Substance. I went to the Smart Materials and I was looking at like a wood texture and that looks pretty epic. The only thing is you'll notice it's not smoothed because this is the true geometry of the logo. I just had it in smooth preview. So if I wanted to bring it into Substance and get that smooth look, I'd have to actually smooth it permanently in Maya and then bring it in. But this will look fine this way. So let's just file, export, export textures. And then we're going to go to our logo. Goodness gracious. Logo Zach. Now I'm just having a brain freeze. Okay. I'm going to make it a folder. UV logo. Select, export. There it goes. It's exporting. Should be okay now. We're going to pop back into here. Okay, sorry, I was seeing if it was the right way. Now, this is something I really, 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 really love. If you new versions of Maya should have a Substance tab. So click on that, and to apply all those textures that we just created in Substance, you go to this icon, the 3 little boxes to the material image. You'll get this pop up. Select multiple maps is what you want, and we're gonna go where we put those maps. So UV logo, we're gonna shift select all of them, select, apply. Now don't worry, we're gonna select what we want to apply it to, and then we're gonna go down to our assign existing material, and it comes in as a new AI standard surface. I have a few surfaces here, but I believe the highest number AI standard surface will be the one that is the newest one. So if I click that, oh yeah, you'll see that it is applied. So it doesn't look so good until it's rendered. Let's give that a go. And yeah, so I love this. Oh, very, very dramatic, but cool. Yeah. So you don't see the seams like you did when it was super rough, and the wood looks natural and good. So this is how you do it. And then I could throw on a ton of different materials, everything under the sun, and give him a bunch of different options, and I really just had to do all of this once. So yeah, I hope this helped you guys. I think the big takeaways were if your unfolding isn't going well, go to the plugin manager, and also use this Substance tab if you have Substance, because it is amazing. And that's it. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.